So hey there guys, how are you doing? Welcome to episode number 5 of Investment Diaries. And first of all, sorry this is a little bit late. I did the trading on the usual days. I just had some stuff I had to take care of the last few days, so just making the video got a bit delayed. But also I'm gonna make this the last episode, at least for a while. And the reason for that being is that this is quite a repetitive series. I pretty much buy and sell the same players. For the same sort of price, not the same players, but buy and sell the players for the same price. What changes is just the players over each weeks. And also I think I've said most of the things that I had to say about informal investing already. Now I will still keep investing just because, having your coins work for you is always very good. But like I said, this is the account that I finished my road to $1 million with. So I really want to see how far I can go with it just by investing. I haven't done any real trades. I have just been investing. So also I'm going to try to get a video out talking about the team of the year, some tips and stuff like that. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. So look out for that. Well, now let's move on here to the buys and sales and stuff. So the first one we have is Ep.5, which if you remember about a couple weeks ago, I think it was, about a whole bunch of him. And you can see he's gone up by about 2K already, which is pretty decent. Next we have Obraniak, and I bought him for 12, sold for almost 20K, pretty good. Next we have Elano, bought for 9.7, sold for 12,750. He won't be getting another inform, like the Liga do Brasil is over for now, for a few more months. And but I can't see him rising too much. Doesn't have the most brilliant stats. Next we have Matuidi from last week again. If you remember some of the guys that were in my trade pile last week after I did the investing, I just don't like having guys sitting around in my trade pile because it gets confusing which ones I'm supposed to sell or not. So I just end up selling everybody. But we did buy him for 10K last week. So he's going about 2K in a week as well, which is pretty good. Next we have Cavalieri, bought for 10,250, sold for about 5K profit or so. Oops, I wasn't supposed to do that. Next is Barton, which we bought for 9.8 a few weeks ago, sold for 12,750. And this guy, Andres Fernandez, I did try to sell him last week. You can probably see on the buy thing, but he wasn't selling for around 12,750, something like that. So I just sent him back to my club and said, you know what, I'll try again next week. And sure enough, this time he did sell, and even for more. Now I don't know if he did in fact rise during this last week, or it was just the case that somebody else was around to buy him this time and nobody really wanted to buy him at the time that I put him last week. But I did have one more, Ignacevic. This is now finally the last one. I did have like 2 or 3 of him, but almost 10K profit on him this time in a 4-1-2-2 formation. I usually save the best formations for last because it'll have a bigger impact on the profit. Next one we have is Westerman, and we sell him for just about a 2.3K profit. The picture is not loading up, but we have João Tomás, which we sold for 18,750. Remember when I bought him a few weeks ago, he was on a video already, but I bought him for 9.5, and I assure you it was probably easier to get him for under than 10K than to get him for more than 10K. But sure enough, I didn't think he would rise this much, but it turns out I sold him for almost 19K, which is, really good profit, really simple, easy profit. Moving on, we have Kjaer, maybe. We did buy him for 9.7, sold for 12,750. Now moving on to the next page, we have Neustadter. I'm going to go with that. Bought for 9.7, sold for 15.5. And actually, Foreign, again, one of those players that was really, really cheap at the end of the week. Bought for 9.5, and now we sell for 16,750. I think Christmas may have had an impact on some players rising because there's a lot of new players coming in. Maybe there's a lot of new Norwegian players, and they might want to get this guy. So creates a new demand for certain players, which will push the price up. So that's all the players that I sold this week. So now moving on to the players that I invested on this week. So and actually this week I did things a little bit different from what I usually do. In that I usually just throw in a lot of bids like you've seen on that episode that I did. But this time, I think it was on Monday when they did the 100K packs. So there was just a huge amount of players being pulled from packs. So I was able to pick up quite a few good buy now deals. Most of these were buy now. Usually it's the other way around. Usually most of the investments that I make are open bids. But anyway, the first one we have is Simone, which we bought for 11,250. Next we have Joaquin, bought for 10,500. Pretty good. Next we have Matri, bought for 10,250. I don't think it was going for about 12k at the time. So it was quite a good buy now deal that I found. Next we have PNR, bought for 10,250 as well. This Mossoró is from last week. Next we have Lamela. And I do remember he was going for about 19k or something on Monday whenever the 100k packs were out. So yeah, pretty good deal. And I did check yesterday on Wednesday, and he was going for over 20k. So that's pretty decent. Next we have Hooper, bought for 9,700. And we're going to have another one of him, which is this one for 9,800. So pretty good. 2 deals under 10k buy now there on him. And this Grandquiz here is from last week as well. So that's going to be all for this episode. And the total profit was 56. Let me check here real quick. Yeah, 56k profit on this episode, which is a little bit less, but still I did sell less players than last time. So it's still pretty good. And the total profit is now up to 522k profit, which is quite a bit already. And you can see we are, this forgot to mention this last time, but I'm already over 1 million again, which is how much I started with. I did start with a little bit more than 1 million, but I still have about like three or four pages maybe of informs in my club. So I've already made back what I started with and have some more informs in my club and stuff. So that's always good, just having your coins work for you. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.